part 4 of 3. We're going to put everything together. And we did do this, we started into this, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this idea of freezing. After this last double, I'm going to freeze and I'm going to hold. And I'm going to hold for 8 counts, but those 8 counts will start on 8 and finish on 7. So instead of being your typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in terms of the music, what you're counting is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because the next move, like always, needs to start on an 8. Let me go straight through that repeat without talking and slowing us down, so we can see how that all connects up. So once again, starting on 8, and anytime we freeze, resuming on 8. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, double, ba-dum, a bum, a double, ba-dum, bum, a double, freeze. A 5, 6, 7, push, push, a push, kick, cross, a push, a push, a push, kick, cross, a push, a push, a push, kick, cross, and a push, kick, stop. Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, bum, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Freeze. And that takes us to our part 3, as I did it in the videos. So we're coming off of a freeze, so there's no real quick transition you have to worry about. You will have gone forward, back, kick, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And I don't need to repeat this because this is the same as our part 3. We're going to do parts 1 and 2 back to back. Then we're going to go back to the beginning and do part 1 with freezes instead of the break step, part 2 with freezes instead of the break step, and then we're frozen at the end of that, ready to go into our boogie backs, and then we do part 3 all the way to the end. Basically, you want to think of the freezes replacing all instances of that break step. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole structure. That's the whole Shim Sham. That's what I believe to be the simplest way to teach that, and the simplest versions, more or less, of all the moves throughout. We're going to do the whole thing with music. I'm going to do it once facing you, once facing away. Once again, same as in the other videos, I'm going to use the same track, which is Pack Up by Eliza Doolittle. And I have to say once again that this is not in any way associated with the Shim Sham. I don't think anyone on earth uses this. Other than anyone who's been to any of my classes, in which case they think this is the Shim Sham song now because I use it so often. With music. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
I get tired and upset, and I'm trying to care a little less. When I Google, I only get depressed. I was taught to dodge those issues. I was told, don't worry, there's no doubt. There's always something to cry about. When you're stuck in an angry crowd, they don't think what they say before they open their mouth. You gotta pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and bury them beneath the sea. I don't care what the people make me say, what the people make me say about me. Pack up your troubles, get your own kit bag, don't worry about the cavalry. I don't care what the whisperers say, 'cause they whisper too loud for me. Hot topic, maybe I should drop it. It's a touchy subject, and I like to tiptoe around the shit going down. We got pennies, no pounds. So if your business is running out, it's not my business to talk about. They don't think what they say before they open their mouth. You gotta pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and bury them beneath the sea. I don't I was taught to dodge those issues. I was told, don't worry, there's no doubt. There's always something to cry about. When you're stuck in an angry crowd, they don't think what they say before they open their mouth. You gotta pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and bury them beneath the sea. I don't care what the people may say, what the people may say about me. Pack up your troubles, get your own grip bag. Don't worry about the cavalry. I don't care what the whisperers say, 'cause they whisper too loud for me. Hot topic, maybe I should drop it. It's a touchy subject, and I like to tiptoe around the shit going down. You got a penny, no pound. So if your business is running out, it's not my business to talk about. They don't think what they say before they open their mouth. You gotta pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and bury them beneath the sea. I don't care what the people may say, what the people may say about me. Pack up your troubles, get your own grip bag. Don't worry about the cavalry. I don't care what the whisperers say, 'cause they whisper too loud for me. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Pack up your troubles in your own kit bag and bury them beneath the sea. I don't care what the people may say, what the people may say about me.
Now for some variations. I'm going to take us through the Shim Sham again, and I'm essentially going to give you one alternative for each move. The first move is our Shim Sham move. Normally we have our right, our left, our double. I'm going to throw in a bonus straight away there. You can also just change the angle of where you take in this. You could go across, across, a double, across, across, a double. You'd still want to start with the correct foot, so it's still my right going first, but instead of my right going to the right, my right is going to the left. But the variation I actually wanted to show you, before I suddenly remembered that, is to go into slows. So to go right, left, and slow. Yeah, so that slow is replacing my double. So instead of two quick ones, I'm doing one slow one. So it needs to occupy that same time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I need to make sure I step out on those even numbers. So I'm starting on 8, I go on 2, I go on 4, and then I go 5, 6, 7, ready to go 8 on the other side. That's a fun one, really simple. It's especially nice, I find, if you throw it in every so often. You may not want to do the whole set like that, so maybe quick, quick, double, but then quick, quick, slow, quick. Yep. So you can mix that up any way you want. Next we have our break step. Now this one is less of a variation and more of sort of the authentic original tap dance version of this move. So you will actually see a lot of people choosing to teach this version as the basic instead of the side, side, a 1, 2, 3, 4. So the original version of this move from the tap dance Shim Sham shimmy has us going forward, tap, back, to then pick up the left foot into a little slide back and a hop as I take my right and place it behind. So I've got a step, tap, step, bum, bum. Then I'm going to repeat on the other side, right, left. Then I'm going to take my feet out and in. I'm going to go forward, back, scoot behind, out, in. And key there is that I land in on 7 so I can start my next thing on 8. The counts are a little bit unusual on that. You'll find a lot of people prefer to do the rhythm of it instead. I'm going forward, back, bum, 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 out, in, ready for the next thing, whatever that might be. In fact, it's either the pushes or the half break. Next, we're going to do the pushes. So we have these pushes here, and there's a few small adjustments you can make in terms of how you move. A popular one is to do this kind of down and up movement instead of a forward. I like to kind of just go straight and kind of hit that wall, but you'll see a lot of people going up and under, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Yeah, so that's an option. Again, not really much of a variation. I'm going to give you a little bit, something a little trickier to work on, and that is to add a turn into that. Now my turn is going to start by going clockwise, so when I go to the right, I want to turn clockwise. When I go to the left, I want to go counterclockwise. And I'm going to start my pushes as normal with a, on 8. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. My kick is going to lead me in the direction I want to go. So I'm going to go kick, step, step, push, push, a push, kick, step, step, push, push, a push, kick, step. And I can do it on the single as well if I want, and go push, kick, step, step, push, kick, stop. Let me do that one more time. We've got forward, a forward, a forward, kick, turn, and forward, a forward, kick, turn, and forward, a forward kick, turn single, forward kick, turn, and forward kick, stop. Tacky Annies next. Tacky Annies, I like to do them going straight back, so my feet kind of staying on rails here, going forward and back. But another option is to line them up. Now, not quite like the step tap where they go kind of heel to heel, or you kind of clicking your heels together, but rather into a back, a back, a back, a back. So it's a similar idea of going back, but instead of keeping your feet kind of under themselves here, I'm bringing that all the way to the other foot and behind that foot. Yeah, so we've got a back, a back, a back, a back. Yep. The half breaks are next. Now the half breaks are quite quick already, so I find it a struggle to add too much excitement to the half breaks. So we're going to just do a small change to that. Instead of going forward, back, I'm going to go forward, behind, side, ba, bum. Forward, behind, side, ba, bum. Forward, bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba. Fun one to try, but again, it's quick, so that's going to take some practice if you want to be able to do that at speed with the music. Next, we move on to the boogie backs. The boogie backs I've been doing with a single kick and clap, a ball change, clap, ball change, clap, ball change, clap, ball change. Now another option which is quite distinctly different, and I really like this one, is to leave out the kick altogether. Now timing wise, you'll have to practice this to make sure you're comfortable, but we're going to start with this kind of scoop clap. Scoop, clap, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Into our boogie forwards, into bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So the clap is at the same time as the previous clap, otherwise this would be chaos. But instead of kicking and clapping, I'm just clapping and picking my weight up to go bum, back, bum, back, bum, bum, bum. Boogie forwards. Our boogie forwards, I've been teaching with the arms going side to side, the clicking of the fingers coinciding with the flicking or scuffing of the foot here. Another option, and one again I quite like, is to have this kind of the scarecrow arms here and go as you come forward. Again, the clicks happen along with that flick. So our Shorty George is similar to the half break. I think it's tricky enough as it is. It's fast, there's a lot going on, there's a lot to worry about and focus on. So I don't want to add too much to that. What you'll see a lot of people do is have more of a differentiation in height, where they start high on that first kick and then really drop down for these guys. So that's something you can try, where it has more of a jump and fall feel to it instead. So that's the whole Shim Sham from beginning to end, and a bunch of variations for you to try and insert at different points. Maybe start with the Shim Sham on its own before you start throwing all the variations at it, but you're responsible adults probably. That concludes my 4-part Shim Sham series. Next week we're going to move on to the New York Stroll, so look out for the next video. Thanks everyone for your support and hanging out with me here. I hope you learned something. If you want to support me, there's a link in the description for my PayPal. So if you want to contribute something, I would be very grateful. But that's it from us here. Bye everyone.